Hello everyone, welcome to Easy Mathematics class. Today we are going to derive the formula to calculate compound amount and compound interest in different conditions. First we are going to derive the formula to calculate the compound amount and compound interest for yearly compounding, semi-annual compounding. For this, let the principal be rupees P, rate of interest be R% per annum, and time be T years. So for yearly compounding, so what is the interest of first year? Interest of first year it is obtained by the formula P into T into R upon 100. P is P, T is 1 for first year, R is R upon 100, so it is rupees P R upon 100. So interest of first year is rupees P R upon 100. Now according to definition, the sum of this interest and principal is the amount of the first year, and this amount of the first year will be the principal for the second year according to compounding process. Therefore, amount of first year P plus I, amount is equal to principal plus interest. P is P plus I is PR upon 100. If we take P common, then it will remain 1 plus R upon 100 in the bracket. So this is the amount of the first year, and this will be the principal for the second year. Now by taking this principal, we calculate the interest of the second year. So interest of second years, again using the same formula, P into T into R upon 100. This time the value of P is this much, P1 plus R upon 100, T is 1, R is R upon 100, so it is P into R, PR upon 100, 1 plus R upon 100. This is the interest of the second year. When you find the sum of this interest of second year, and this is the principal of the second year, the amount of first year is principal of the second year, we will get the amount of the second year which will be the principal for the third year. Therefore, we are finding the amount of second year. Amount of second year. We have the principal for the second year. P 1 times R upon 100 plus interest is PR upon 100, interest of second year, 1 plus R upon 100. If we take P and 1 plus R upon 100 common in these two terms, what will be remaining here? 1 and here R upon 100. So it can be written as P times 1 plus R upon 100 whole square. So this is the amount of the second year. Now by considering this amount of second year is the principal for the third year, we can find the interest of third year. Now interest of third year. Third year again using the same formula, P into T into R upon 100. So P is P1 plus R upon 100 whole square. T is 1, R is R upon 100. So it is, I am writing here, PR upon 100, PR upon 100, and 1 plus R upon 100 whole square as it is. So this is the interest of third year. When do we add this interest of third year to the principal of the third year? We will get the amount of third year. Therefore, amount of third year is equal to, again, P plus I. P. This is the principal for the third year. P times 1 plus R upon 100 whole square plus, what is the interest of the third year? PR upon 100, 1 plus R upon 100 whole square. So what is common here? P1 plus R upon 100 whole square, and what will be remaining? 1 plus R upon 100. So it becomes P times 1 plus R upon 100 whole cube. So this is the amount of the third year. So here we have seen that the amount of the first year, if we suppose A1, it is P times 1 plus R upon 100. Similarly, amount of second year, A2 is equal to P times 1 plus R upon 100 whole square. And amount of third year, A3 is equal to P1 times R upon 100 whole cube. Look at now. When time is 1 year, amount is P times 1 plus R upon 100 to the power 1, you can say. When time is 2 years, then amount is P times 1 plus R upon 100 whole square. When the time is 3 years, then amount is P1 plus R upon 100 to the power 3. So this thing here, the power is the number of years here in this formula. So if you continue the process for T years, if the process is continued for T years, we get amount of T years is equal to P times 1 plus R upon 100 to the power T. We have seen from the above amount of first year, amount of second year, amount of third year. If we continue the process for T years, we get amount of T years is equal to P times 1 plus R upon 100 to the power T. So this is the formula to calculate the compound amount for T years for yearly compounding. So I am writing this as CA, compound amount is equal to P1 plus R upon 100 to the power T. So after having the compound amount, we can calculate the compound interest, CI, compound interest, easily by using the formula CA minus P. As we have given the principal and we have calculated the amount, and we know that amount is equal to P plus I, principal plus interest. Therefore, I is equal to A minus P, amount minus principal. So, by using the same formula, we can write CI is equal to compound interest is equal to CA, compound amount minus principal. So, what is the value of amount for T years? It is P times 1 plus R upon 100 to the power T minus P. If we take P common, then what will be remaining here? 1 plus R upon 100 to the power P minus 1. So we can use this formula to calculate the compound interest for T years. But the principal rate of interest per annum and time are given. Similarly, by this formula we can find the amount, compound amount for yearly compounding. Okay, now with slight change, these formulas can be changed to calculate the compound amount and compound interest for half yearly compounding. So for half yearly compounding, rate of interest will be half of R% and time is equal to 2 years, can be written as 2t half years. We know that in 1 year there are 2 half years. So similarly in T years, how many half years are there? There are 2t half years. So by replacing R by 2% and T by 2t half years, we can find the compound amount and compound interest for half yearly compounding in the above formula. So CA is equal to P times 1 plus R upon 2 into 100 to the power 2t. That means P 1 plus R upon 100 200. So by this formula we can calculate the compound amount for half yearly compounding. Look here, we have the compound amount formula to calculate the compound amount for yearly compounding as P1 plus R upon 100 to the power T. In this formula, if this R is replaced by R by 2, look here, and T is replaced by 2T, because for half yearly compounding, rate of interest will be half of the rate of interest of yearly compounding, and in T years there are 2T half years. So just replacing this R by 2 and T by 2T, we will get the formula to calculate the compound amount for half yearly compounding. So after having compound amount for half yearly compounding, we can have the compound interest also very easily. Therefore, CI for half yearly compounding is equal to CA minus P. CA is P 1 plus R upon 200 to the power 2T minus P. So it is, if you take P common, 1 plus R upon 200 to the power 2T minus 1. So by this formula, we can calculate the compound amount and compound interest for half yearly compounding. Similarly, for quarter yearly compounding, For quarter yearly compounding, rate of interest will be R upon 4%, and time and T years is equal to, in T years, how many quarter years are there? 40 quarter years, 4 times of T. Quarter years, because you know that in 1 year there are 4 quarter years. 1 year is equal to 4 quarter years. Therefore, T years is equal to 4 times of T quarter years. So if you replace R by 4 and T by 4T in the formula of compound amount and compound interest for yearly compounding, what will you get? We get CA for quarter yearly compounding. Look here, we have the formula for yearly compounding is P1 plus R upon 100 to the power T. This formula, replace this R by R upon 4 and this 100 as it is. 100 into T by, to the power T by 4T. So it is P times 1 plus R upon 400 to the power 40. This is the formula to calculate the compound amount for quarter yearly compounding. So now CI for quarter yearly compounding CI is equal to, you know that it is CA minus P, and CA, this is the formula, P1 plus R upon 400 to the power 40 minus P. If you take P common, 1 plus R upon 400 to the power 40 minus 1. So by this formula we can calculate the compound interest for quarter yearly compounding. So these are the formulas to calculate the compound amount and compound interest for yearly compounding, for half yearly compounding, and for quarter yearly compounding. Now we discuss some more conditions in which our formula are changed slightly. For example, number 1, for yearly compounding, if the rates of interest are R1%, R2%, R3%, etc. for first, second, third, etc. years respectively, that means the rate of interest are different for different years. Let it be R1% in the first year, R2% in the second year, and R3% in the third year. If we have the rate of interest and a different rate of interest for different years, then we use this formula to calculate the compound amount. C is equal to P times 1 plus R1 upon 100, 1 plus R2 upon 100, 1 plus R3 upon 100 like this. And after having amount, we can calculate interest by the formula amount minus principal, compound amount minus principal. This is the formula when the rates of interest are different for different years. We have some other conditions also, like for yearly compounding, if the time is not given as a whole number of years only, that means if the time is given in the form of number of years and number of months. But similarly for half yearly compounding also, if we don't have the complete number of half years, for yearly compounding if we don't have the complete number of quarter years. So in this condition, this formula will change slightly. Let's see about this thing also. So for yearly compounding, if the time is given is the number of years and number of months. Let number of years is equal to T and number of months is equal to M. That means for yearly compounding, the time is given as 2 years and 5 months, 3 years and 8 months, and 5 years and 3 months like that. As we do not have the complete number of years, that means if the time is given as some number of years and some number of months. So how many complete number of years? We suppose this as T and number of months as M. The formula to calculate the compound amount will be 1 plus R upon 100 to the power T 1 plus MR upon 1200. So after having CA, we can find CI, compound interest, also by using the formula CI is equal to CA minus P, interest is equal to amount minus principal. So compound amount is P1 plus R upon 100 to the power T1 plus MR upon 1200 minus P. If you take P common here, so what will remain here? And this side 1 plus R upon 100 to the power T times 1 plus MR upon 1200 and minus 1. After taking P common, there will remain minus 1 only. So by this formula we can find the compound interest directly, where we know the meaning of these things. P is the principal and R is rate of interest. M is the number of months. T is the number of years. When the time is given in number of years and number of months, for yearly compounding, by using this formula we can have compound interest, and by using this formula we can have compound amount. Now next condition, number 3, for half yearly compounding. For half yearly compounding, if the time is given in number of half years and number of months. That means if you are given the time 9 months and we have to find the compound interest for half yearly compounding. How do we manage this time? The given time 9 months. Okay, first of all we should understand how many half years are there in 9 months. As we are calculating the compound amount and compound interest for half yearly compounding. So we know that 6 months is equal to 1 half year. So this 9 months can be divided as 6 months plus 3 months. So 6 months it is 1 half year. We can write 1/2 years and plus 3 months. So while keeping this value in formula, we write t is equal to 1/2 and m is equal to 3. But we have 2t in the formula, isn't it? For half yearly compounding, so value of 2t will be 2 into 1/2, so it is 1. That means 2t is the number of half year, that is 1 half year and 3 months. In this way we have to manage the given time. For this condition we will derive the formula. Let number of half years is equal to 2t and number of months is equal to m. Then CA for half yearly compounding is given by P1 plus R upon 200 to the power 2t times 1 plus mr upon 1200. Now after having CA and CI, compound interest is equal to, it is CA minus P. CA is P1 plus R upon 200 to the power 2t 1 plus mr upon 1200 minus P. If you take P common here, 1 plus R upon 200 to the power 2t 1 plus mr upon 1200 minus 1. So by this formula we can find compound interest as well. For half yearly compounding, if the time is given in the form of number of half years and some extra number of months. Okay guys, these are the formula. We have derived all the formula to calculate the compound amount and compound interest for yearly compounding, half yearly compounding in different conditions. So from next class we will start solving the questions on the topic in this chapter. Okay, thank you, bye bye.